Good morning, guys, and rejoice! Hallelujah! We already confirmation. I'm so happy that we already got confirmation for Mayans season 4, and I am here with the lovely Taylor. How's it? Good morning. Good morning,
Good
Taylor.
morning.
We're rejoicing here. There is just, I think we're gonna get, this is all you guys. This is a celebration. This is us talking about what may now occur, maybe us rebuffing some of our predictions a little bit. But we are gonna go into the comment section. I'm gonna we want you guys to ask questions. How are you guys feeling about getting this news that we're getting another season of Mayans after this 2 episodes that we have left in season 3? But before we get into everything, I want to thank all of you guys for subscribing to the channel. Anybody new, I would really appreciate if you come on board, come to the Dan crew, and subscribe to the channel as well. Like this video, share it to all your friends and family, and then in the comment section, I worked very hard on it, and I want to share it with all you guys. This is probably one of my best works. It is a Batman Christopher Nolan trilogy tribute. So if you are into that, you know this channel is all about different kind of media, different kind of shows, TV, movies, and stuff. So the link is right there. So if you can support that video by liking the video, watching the video, and sharing it to all your friends and family, I would really appreciate that. I worked very hard on that video, so I just wanted to get that little plug there. But we're talking Mayans this morning, and Taylor, man, how happy are you that we got confirmation already before even this isn't even the finale this week. It's the second to the finale episode. How happy are you that we got renewed?
I'm very happy that I got renewed because I was very afraid this season more than the previous seasons about whether or not they were going to get a renewal because I was afraid that in the network's eyes, the
Mm-hmm.
show might not be worth renewing to the network. So I
Yep.
was pleasantly and relieved to know that we got a renewal.
And shout outs to Fog Entertainment, and yeah, because the ratings were right. We talked about it last cast that the ratings were on the bubble. We prepared everybody to, in case it did get canceled, but luckily it did not. So before we get a deep dive into like our thoughts and maybe some what this means now going forward, let's get some shout outs. Good mornings to Richard Winter. Happy we're getting a fourth season. That's right, Richard. G Styles, how's it going? Good morning. Good morning, Dan. Shout out from Asteria, Queens. What's up? Let's see. Oh yeah, and may the fourth be with you. Any Star Wars fans out there? We're doing a Mayans cast in the Star Wars day. Let's see. Green Matrix. Good morning, Green. Oh happy day. Oh happy day. Chris J. Welcome in. Good morning. Jermaine Trevino. Hell yeah. Mayan season 4 time to a party. It's 9:03 over here. So I haven't cracked a beer yet. So give me some time.
I need like 6 hours.
Yeah, give me a little. And then I did have a couple beers the other night, so I'm just kind of resting up a little bit. Sorry if I butchered the last. I'm gonna just say Bartho. All right, I'll spread the word. Yes, please, my man, spread the word. This we are, me and Taylor, we the best. We're like bad boys for life, Diego Martinez, good morning. Running Bear, I love that username. Running Bear, good morning from San Carlos. Hey, Arizona. Let's see. Jeff Lag Jet, good morning. So good morning to all you guys. May the fourth be with you. Exactly. But we're talking Mayans. So Taylor, um, this kind of changes it a little bit. This kind of changes. I know
It changes it for you.
it changes it for me. So I'm not gonna apologize just yet, and I'm not gonna buy that coffee just yet because we are not at the
Okay.
season finale yet.
Okay.
But because things can there, I can see it still going down. But now that 90% kind of feeling I had is like dropped down to like a 50%.
Sure.
Where Bishop probably is not going to die at the end of the season, because now that we got a season 4, there is a lot. We were talking about this, there's storylines that are going to be still lingering after the end of the season finale. I mean, you had the whole Potter situation. You have
Possibly, if they decide not to hard cut him out, which like they did with like Zobel. I mean, technically Zobel got a conclusion, but there
yeah,
was always like, could he possibly come back? So that's what we're talking about with Potter. Like, is he
yeah.
still out there somewhere ready to come back? We don't know.
Well, one of my commenters said that the actor, he heard that it was because of COVID, and he has actually a show that he was
Yeah.
in production. So that might have
Yeah.
been the reason too that you don't see a lot of Potter. You didn't see a lot of Potter
Yes.
this season. I still think he'll make a cameo at the end of the season. But yeah, the Adelita storyline. You had the LNG. You had these new, or you have the cartels. You possibly still have Miguel's storyline going over, and the whole battle between territory. You have, of course, the SOA versus Mayan situation that very well still is on the table.
I'm confident that's leading into season 4 territory.
That's their pretty much, that's their, like, kind of like their moneymaker.
Their main
That's their
plot line.
hook.
Yeah.
That's their
Yeah.
hook. Yeah. So I think we all want to see that. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Kaba. So here's to hoping for season 5 too. So I think that this is great. This is great news because that means they get time for maybe an SOA versus Mayans war. That's they I think they did a great job this season, but there is definitely room to improve next season. So I think they can either hopefully they don't take a step back. Hopefully we get stronger in the next season. And Taylor, for me, I mean, if it's cool, I mean, I said this was a make or break season, and it looks like it was a make. But I'm glad that they have one more season. If they do, if the ratings are still not there, at least they could end it on a high note. They have maybe a plan. But I would like to see this series go 5 seasons. But what are your thoughts on, like, I mean, because we've said a lot of these things, like we wanted to make a break, and it's a make. It's a great day, Taylor. It's a great day.
Yeah, as far as the writing goes, I think for sure this season is a make, and
Mm-hmm.
it's shaping up to be now that I mean, tonight we'll have episode 9, and then next Tuesday we'll have the finale episode. So, kind of a lot of what I was feeling is shaping up to be the case. It's just it depends on the network, and thankfully we got a
Mm-hmm.
season 4, and I have this from the Hollywood Reporter, and through the last 8 episodes that we just watched, Mayans MC is averaging 741,000
Mm.
same day viewers per episode. So just under a million
Mm-hmm.
viewers same day per episode. And it says that typically those numbers go up in the following 3 days with playback and streaming.
Yes, that's
But the
true.
one they really want to, I mean, it's on Tuesday night. That's the really the one that the network is paying attention to.
Yeah.
So even with streaming, it seems like FX has decided that this is not within the realm of canceling just yet. So season 4, who knows if that's going to be where we end things off? Because I know a lot of us were confidently looking forward to like maybe more of a 5 season run would be more comfortable for a lot of
I
us.
would be
So we'll
comfortable with
see.
that. Mm-hmm. And he said that was it once it hits that number 5, that's like the dead. That's the dead kind of.
When you go into about 500,000, four
Yeah.
hundred thousand, 300,000, you're in cancel territory. Like
Go.
that is
Mm-hmm.
not great.
So so steady. We're steady as she goes.
Holding steady.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a lot of people in season 2, when they were dropping off, maybe they didn't come back, and it seems like the current viewers are the ones who have been here for the whole journey. So that makes a lot of sense to me.
Mm.
We had, I think, the premiere episode was like almost 2-3 million, viewers
And it
for
and it
the
started
first couple
strong.
episodes. It started really
Really
strong, but
strong. Yeah.
and obviously we know for our own experiences that not everyone is going to take to this kind of show, and
Yeah.
that's okay. Everyone has their own flavor that
Exactly.
they like in their TV. So I mean, maybe they tuned in because they had watched Sons of Anarchy. They
Yeah.
just weren't connected to the characters. I just really wish that they would give it a binge now and see where it is now, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully tune in for
Yeah.
season 4. That's my hopes.
Most definitely. I mean, some people like Bridgerton and some people like Mayans MC. Just different kind of flavors. Good morning, Paul. It's Paul. Paul's such a good guy. So guys, like if you, this is the time where if you guys want to ask questions, you guys want to comment on anything that's Mayan related, your excitement, just go right ahead because we're going to be answering a lot of questions. Now, Taylor, I mean, so yes, what I'm looking forward in season 4 is I need the writing. I need not a lot of storylines to go all over the place. I need maybe a simple kind of like just get a couple of these big storylines. I want the writing to be stronger and less fluff.
Like
I guess
tighten it. Yeah.
tighten it up. Yeah. So if this is when I said that Elgin James, if he's going to go out with a bang and if he's going to be no this season, knowing that maybe he might be canceled, we'll see what happens in the season finale. There's so much storyline and things leading up to that season finale. But if Elgin James now knows that he has one more season, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, come on, guys. You know he's looking at the numbers as well. The cast is looking at the numbers as well. And I think this is the. I think that's him now that he's gained momentum this fourth season. He could really hit that home run. He could
Yes.
really give us something special. And I mean, I think a lot of people are just gonna be intrigued once you get. This is where I'm going with Taylor. The promotion and maybe the change of more like streaming on this next season, but definitely more pushing the promotion because if you do go with that angle, Mayans versus SOA, what a promotion that would be. What a
And
hook
that's
that
why
would
I
be.
would love it for them to make sure that no matter if you're like on, if you have cable, you can binge all 3 seasons. And if you have streaming, like on Hulu, make all 3 seasons available and
Mm-hmm.
let people be able to, because look, I mean, according to Hollywood Reporter and Deadline, it's not going to air. Season 4 is what I'm talking about. Will not
Right.
air until 2022.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just for everyone listening right now, I know we're getting an April, May premiere of season 3. They're not going to go back into production this summer. They're going to, schedules got all messed up due
Mm-hmm.
to COVID. I'm sure the actors have a lot of things going on the side, scheduling issues. They're just going to go back into production next summer. COVID, hopefully, will be a little bit easier to deal with next year,
Yeah.
next summer. So they'll be able to bang out that season, and then we'll have a September premiere next September. So I'm hoping that makes everything a little more fluid for them,
Mm-hmm.
and we have no hiccups.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a gentle bang like Easy and Gabby, and not a ferocious bang like
Oh gosh.
Emery. Yeah. Sorry, I had to do it. Let's get to some of these comments. Diego, season 4 is Mayans versus Sons, and the final season 5 is Mayans in the Reyes brothers versus Miguel Galindo. He's saying if they get season 5, you know what? The Reyes and
Mm-hmm.
Miguel situation, I think that's gonna come to head. It looks like next episode, but I don't think it's gonna really hit it until the
Yeah,
season finale.
really, how far can you go with 2 episodes? And that's why I
Hmm.
really wish that, the pacing would tighten up just a little bit for season 4,
Yeah.
because of reasons like this. So we spent 8 episodes. I mean, shoot, 6 of those episodes was Miguel not doing a whole lot. And
Hmm.
then we had like 2 episodes where he's finally getting out of his grieving process for his mom. Now
Yeah.
he's finding out that his mother's apparent suicide was actually a homicide, and
Uh-huh.
he's starting to question Alvarez's
Oh
intentions.
yeah.
He's starting to question Emily's intentions. So, you got 6 episodes of doing nothing and then 2 episodes getting to it. And it's like, now there's 2 episodes left. It's like, bro, you spent half the season not doing anything. I'm going to need you to tighten up this character arc a little bit for me.
Yeah, so I know, especially with the Alvarez and Miguel situation coming to blows right now in the next episode, that's going to be an
And
interesting
hardly
next
no Alvarez this season. I mean, I would hate for him.
to
I,
just
I
go out like that, right?
I think he's gonna possibly die. Like, I know you have a list of characters you think is going to die. My list is fairly short. I do think Alvarez is a possibility this season. I just would hate that to happen, given that he hasn't been on screen very long, and I don't know how you could do Emilio like that too.
I'm gonna say since we got a confirmation on the next season. I mean, I don't. Like you said. I think you knew, or you said that Elgin probably knew beforehand or not beforehand, but like some when they were
Not
airing
during
this
not during the
production,
writing and the production
yeah.
part, but I think he when he was going through the scripts and everything, he was making sure that should season 3 be the cancellation, that the finale, wherever, because we haven't seen it yet, wherever the finale ends up would
Hmm.
be not as hard as a cutoff as, like, say if it was canceled at the finale of season 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I think now season 4 is going to be an even tighter season. I'm praying for an even tighter season in
I
case that cancellation comes at the end of season 4 and we don't have any weird hanging threads.
I wonder if they're gonna do a 10 episode season.
I would assume so. Then
It's
the
a
network
nice
seems
10 episode.
very,
Yeah,
yeah, the network seems very comfortable with the 10. I don't see a reason, unless they knew for a fact it was going to be the last
yeah.
season, if the network knew. But then they would just say that. They would just say in the
Final
announcement,
season.
they
Yeah.
would say, like, deadline would be like, so Mayans is renewed for a fourth and final season. That's typically what you
Hmm.
see,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
So I
So
don't believe that they are expecting right
they're
now
holding on hope that this thing becomes
kicks
more
off,
popular. Yeah.
which is why I'm really wanting to make sure that there's a lot more people who maybe left in season 1, maybe they left in season 2, haven't picked up the third season yet. Give them availability on all the platforms,
Hmm.
wherever the licensing is, right? Because you can't do it on Netflix. So
No.
I
No.
would
No.
I would like them to make it all 3 seasons available after the finale of season 3. Give everybody, since we have a year to catch up, give
Hmm.
everybody the chance to binge through seasons 1 through 3, and then see how they're feeling, and then be like, oh yeah, they got
It,
renewed for a 4th season. I'm gonna watch the 4th season now because I kind of liked where it's going now, because you got to binge all of it
it's
and take
such
it
a
all in at once.
exactly. It's such a smart play. I mean, a lot of networks have been kind of doing that sometimes. Like,
If they don't, they'd be stupid.
it's very dumb if they don't. Exactly. I mean, I think at one point HBO was free for a while, for a little bit, so they could
Hmm.
people can come subscribe. So you had like Game of Thrones. You could watch Game of Thrones. You could
Yeah,
watch all their.
they like to do that. It's a good marketing strategy,
It
because
is.
even if you get them, let's say they've never picked up an episode of Game of Thrones, for
Yeah.
example, and you make the first 2 seasons or 2 or 3 seasons available to binge,
Yeah.
right? And if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe and catch 4 through 6, and now you're ready for season 7, right? Or and then
Exactly.
you're all caught up.
I mean, even
It's
Breaking
a good
Bad does so
marketing.
many
Yeah,
reruns. Yeah,
it's
and
just
because Better
natural
Call Saul.
marketing.
Yeah, oh, most definitely. And I think that a lot of people, and even the WWE network does that. They throw down on YouTube. They put full matches on there. So
Give them
you
a chance to get a taste.
yeah, and then it works because you're watching full matches of past wrestling matches, and sometimes like some of the newer ones. So it gets you kind of hooked. You're like, okay, well, what's
Especially if you're not familiar with it. So
yeah, exactly.
now you're understanding who people are,
I
and
didn't
now
know
you're
who Becky
understanding how
Lynch
things work.
was. I didn't know who
Right.
Charlotte Flair was. I
Exactly.
just got word from my buddy, and I was like, okay. And he let me use his account info, but I noticed that they dropped a lot of the free stuff on YouTube. It's so smart because anybody can go on YouTube, even though they'll go past the ads. They don't care about ads as long as they get the full match. So great marketing, and I think they need to. I think FX and Disney needs to do that for sure. Jermaine, I hope we get to see Angel and Stephanie Nails baby in the future seasons. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
It
I'm
seems
pretty
like
sure.
it's going that direction. Yeah, because she's
Hmm.
freshly pregnant right now.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, she's probably like maybe like 9, 10 weeks, somewhere like there, 12
yeah.
weeks ish, so pretty fairly new in there. She's got some morning sickness going on.
Oh
She's
my
not
god.
showing yet. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if fourth season we show like either she's fully pregnant or she's got the baby born already. You know how they do a little bit of a few
Yeah,
month time jump here and there between
there
seasons.
could be a
They
little.
occasionally do that.
I think there'll be a little bit of a time skip for sure. A
Mhm.
little bit. Not something over
Oh, yeah,
drastic
I'm
like
not a
crazy.
fan of time jumps in
I
between seasons.
I am if it makes sense. Just like it has to be organic. A lot of the storyline
Well,
just has
yeah,
to really be organic. Because sometimes time skips could really kind of like
jar yeah, it's like really that much time passed.
it's like a gut punch. It's like a gut
Yeah,
punch. It could be for the good or for the worse. But
right.
I'm okay with it as long as it's done right. Chris J, hit that like button, people. Whoever's on the chat, please hit that like button. Let's get this thing popping. Paul, morning. It's 1910. That's what
Military time. So
military
it's like
time
7, it's after 7 p.m. for him.
in Romania. Yeah, in Romania. So Paul, are you in Romania? Um, Gee, I hope we see To and Tig next season. You know, a lot To has been coming up in a lot of the feeds lately. You know what? If next season that is the time to do it, it'll be organic. You know, like Elgin James said, bringing in SOA, it has to be organic, and that's season 4. Like, okay, now it makes sense. Let
Yeah.
the Civil War play out, like we said this season, and then we can go to the SOA territory, and I'm all fine with bringing in Tig and To and Chibs and all that stuff because, I mean, they're they're in the club. It makes
Yeah.
sense. And
I
then
like this one from Running Bear. I want to see more of new Mayan Native American members like Taza. I'll tell you right now, uh, when I was looking into the show before the
mhm,
production and the cast members were announced, they said that Taza was like Native American or
yeah,
of a half Native American mixture,
yeah,
and I think he's Apache and Comanche, um, something like that. I'll have to review, but yeah. So I thought that maybe that would be a natural, organic way to introduce some other characters through that route. We'll have to see in the future if they decide to do anything with that. We did see the Owl Casino, right?
Well,
And we
that
know
was in
that
was
Adam
that in
is
season 2 or
they
1?
it showed up in season 1 and 2,
Season 1. Okay, they're
but
both seasons.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made an appearance. And we know that Taza is good friends with Adam. So I would like to know really what their history is, how Taza became to know Adam, maybe.
Yeah.
Adam he's mentioned a few times about tribal elders or
Mm-hmm.
leaders, and they have meetings sometimes on tribal grounds because of Taza's connection to Adam.
Yeah.
So it seems to be like a safe way of doing meetups or dealings with other whether it be like members or,
Mm-hmm.
or clubs or business partners, whatever, what have you, because it's like a neutral ground per se. Not one side owns that territory. It's belongs to the tribal leaders. So
That would be
I
really
do like
cool.
that dynamic. So I would like to explore that a little bit more.
Most definitely. I think that's what we're missing in Mayans too, is
The
the
world, a little bit more world building.
yes.
Yeah,
We got
it's
that of
very
course in
tight and
SOA.
closed. Yeah, it's
Yes.
very closed off right now in
Well,
season 3,
it kind of
which
makes
I
sense
think they
because it's
needed it
Santo
though.
Padre. It's the little
Yeah,
town that's like just nobody wants to be there. Bad curse luck. But I mean, they did introduce it, like you said, in the first 2 seasons. So I would like it to be expanded. I'm pretty sure they won't dwell on it like a lot
mm-mm.
in the
And we haven't
fourth
seen the
season.
Chinese in a while,
No, we haven't.
so
So
um,
this could all change because of the
it could all
SOA
change.
versus the Mayans kind of deal, and like there's a lot of factions. There's a lot of this is a
You
business
got
kind
the
of territory.
prison, the
Uh huh.
prison guards who are actually in on, because I mean that just kind of is how prisons work too. You got guards who are responsible for getting stuff into the inmates. So
Yeah.
there's those two guys that get the Galindo drugs into the prisons. I would like to know what's the status on that, because with
Yeah.
Conchi and Oscar, now that he's gone, what's the deal with that?
We'll
So
see
I
what's
think we're
up.
going to see more.
We'll see what's up with Conchi at these last 2 episodes
Yeah,
for
oh
sure.
yeah.
Joe made a what's called. Good morning, Joe. He made a great post right here. Saw a quote by James saying we'll delve into the characters more. I did see that where Elgin James, not a quote, but he said that basically, yeah, they were going to get into more of the backstories and more of the Mayans MC members. So more a little bit like kind of like this season. I'm assuming like with Taza's revelation or what how you say that word. So more of that. I think we're gonna get a lot of more of that, which is great. I mean, I think we need to see more of Creeper.
Yes.
Gilly, they did a good job of giving you a little bit more this season, but to me, it's not enough. But next season could
You
definitely
gotta, I think
be
they're
enough.
trying to do it naturally and not
Yeah,
like shove all that character that they've been missing in your, the character development they've been missing in your face. So I do understand that. I don't. I'm starting to feel like Taza will not die because
Well, yeah, I know
we're
that's what I'm
getting
starting to
this.
feel too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we still have to deal with Paulo. We got tonight's episode and we got next week's finale.
Uh huh.
And I think he's going to make it because we've got this new development now. I think he might come out on top after all of
Hmm.
this with Paulo. And you know what? I'm still waiting on Creeper to come back and say, "Hey, what's up with Riz?" And
Yeah.
maybe because of Taz's showdown with Paulo, something might come out that will raise a red flag to either Creeper or the whole club, and we'll see where that goes.
Yeah. At this point, I said it quite a bit in the comment section. Like, you know what? The only way I think where that's going to be resolved is if Taza himself confesses. Somehow, situation, I don't know what it is, but somehow he just confesses because it seems like that opportunity kind of maybe because it's been like already almost the end of the season and it's just not it just doesn't look like it's going to develop at all, but who knows now that we got a confirmation on season 4 maybe
I could almost see that happening. With the way that this show deals with themes and like symbolism and stuff like that.
yeah.
I could almost see Taza doing a sort of confessional, but with one member,
Yeah, oh yeah,
perhaps.
yeah, just one member, just one member. I don't know with Bishop, but somebody for
Mm.
sure. Kaba. So at the end of the last episode, Bishop told Easy something about establishing a new Mayans charter. Will you think that happened in season 4? Well, to me, I think we said this in the last cast. To me, it wasn't more like it wasn't establishing a charter. It was more like gearing up to end kind of like the Civil War deal and turning the page and kind of going back to outlaw shit. I don't think Easy's gonna head a charter. I don't think he's ready to be
No,
the head guy.
I
Season
would
four
find that
might be different.
unnatural.
Yeah, it would just be so abrupt. I mean, yes, he's like done so much this season that's helped the club.
And he's had some mistakes as well.
Yeah,
And that's one thing
especially
that I
last episode.
appreciate. I do appreciate that. I mean, for how smart, and everything that he is, he's not perfect. Like, he does make mistakes, especially like you said, the last episode. So, um, yeah, I like the humanization. I don't want like a comic book character, because if I want that, I'll
Hmm.
go watch those movies,
Or go
or
watch
read those
Invincible.
comics.
Watch
Yeah,
Invincible. Mark gets his ass handed
I'm
to him.
going to. I promise.
um,
So yeah, I do need some realism.
yes, I agree. Jermaine, I just want to see Coco better again and see more story of Creeper. I absolutely agree. I
Yeah.
think we're done with this story.
It's
But
I think, well, I like it. I liked it better in the first 4 or 5 episodes.
hmm
It was taking a little bit longer. I was seeing repeat elements from Juice as far as like stealing the key of
yeah,
heroin, um, and him being manipulated by somebody, and that started to lose a little bit of favor with me.
I think you nailed it on the head. I think it just took too long. If
It a
you
little bit.
that storyline, you could have had like half the season to end that storyline and then begin another one for
And my
Coco.
girl Letty only just started like showing up,
Mm-hmm.
like now she's
Mm-hmm.
here. I really need her to kick Coco's ass so that he can
Well, a
get
lot of
better.
a lot of people are worried about Letty. That maybe like she's in danger, she'll get killed. And at first I kind of said no, I don't think so. But then again, Hope does know where they live. And Isaac did threaten Coco that he had hurt Hope, and then maybe he'll use Hope to maybe get some more leverage and kidnap Letty. So I mean, I'm not gonna dispel that. I'm gonna say like that is a possibility that Letty could get kidnapped or whatever. But we'll see. We got 2 more episodes. Yes, I would like if Letitia gets a little bit more screen time. No, she's a great actress.
I do like her, and I know like there are some people that don't like her that much, but I really like her a lot.
There's a lot of people that don't like a lot of people so much.
Yeah, that's true.
Luke, what's going on, Luke? Padrino could take over Galindo cartel. That'd be kind of dope. I would like that. I mean, if he,
Mr. Yeah.
oh, go right ahead, Taylor.
Um, I I was wondering, like, okay, so I just saw this from Mr. DJ Fly High, and I know it's a little bit of a different pivot here. But I just want to answer this for them. So Mr. DJ Fly High says, I wonder if the picture in Paulo's place is Taz's boyfriend, David. Yes, that is him.
Yeah.
So I know to try to remember, and I feel like this is where the show doesn't hold your hand at all. So you would have to remember back to the finale, first of all, that picture was there because Taza briefly stared at it for a moment. And we all figured, like, hey, this is kind of important because, why would they show us this?
Mm-hmm.
So that guy in the picture is David, Paulo's little brother, and Taza's love interest at the time from years ago, who is now dead.
Yeah. Thank you for the clarification. Yes. Because a lot of people were confused. I remember being confused by that too, like at the end of that episode. So
and it's something that happens when you have plots or threads of plots, because we're about to see this happen here. We've got an episode tonight and then the finale next week. There is going to be leftover threads that will pick up in season 4. And we're going to have to kind of like reach back in the past and remember these little threads that they're dropping on us, and they're going to be coming into play in the 4th season. So that always happens. There's always a little bit of, stuff thrown out there into the wind that come back later.
Yes. So yeah, and a lot of people, do tend sometimes, it's been a while since you saw, seen a couple of seasons. You want a refresher and stuff. So thank you, Taylor, for that.
Yeah, and Paul, I'll help you as well. Paul says, I thought David was Taza and Laura's boy. No, okay, so there's like a lot of stuff going on.
No,
Paul, yes. Laura has a son named David. She named her own son after her brother, David. So do you see how like they made it so confusing for us?
Yeah. It's it's an honor.
It's like,
it's an
wow,
honor.
there's so much stuff to try to lay out on the tracks here. And I actually really dig this. Luke Bartholomew says the Samoans could show up and take revenge. Also, the Triads that wanted the land in Santo Padre. Thank you, Luke.
The Samoans, yeah.
They showed up so briefly in season 1, and they were just like massacred, like right out of the gate. So they were like a small time street operation, right? They weren't like a huge operation on the scale of like the Galindos, the Mayans kind of deal. They were a small street operation.
I definitely feel like that was a Sutter kind of thing.
It was for sure.
For sure, right?
But timeline wise, it could be possible that they're regaining some.
That would be cool. I would like them to come back.
Maybe they're regaining some power. They operate out near that cemetery there, and maybe they've regained a little bit of power. Maybe they're a little bit peeved at the Mayans. Who knows?
Maybe they got a new leader called The Rock.
The Rock.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. How crazy would that be? He's in everything anyway, so. Kane Bean watching from England. Carry on with the good work. Thank you, Kane. Thank you very much. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking Taylor, like, hey, why don't you guys go on the Apple or the Spotify, podcast format? Just to let you guys know, I have no clue how to do any of that. So,
I gotta tell you, I am technologically impaired. I was born in 92. I know I lived through the development of the internet, but I did not have internet access really until I was like 13, 14 years old. So I'm about a decade behind.
So I'm going to give you guys some advice. I listen to podcasts myself on YouTube, especially podcasts like The Weekly Planet. And sometimes I'll even listen to scary stories at night because I'm just a weirdo like that. But what I do is I just put my phone screen on the table or whatever I have right there. And I just close my eyes and I just listen. So you guys don't have to actually watch it. You could just put down the phone, listen to us talk, or if you are a subscribed member of YouTube for like I think they pay like $14 or $12 a month, you're able to actually just turn off your phone and just listen to us talk. I do suggest going the free route. The free route.
I was gonna say I'm not sure how I don't use Spotify or iTunes, so I'm not sure if that's like something they would have to pay for, but this is free. Like that's all I know is that this is free.
This is free right here. So I do suggest just putting the phone down. If you're cooking or if you're just laying down, just listen to my sweet voice, and Taylor's amazing voice, and just listen to us, maybe put you to Mimi's. I don't know. Well, but thank you guys for joining us though. Angie, that anyone notice when Easy was eating with Gabby's family that she held her belly? I did not notice that. I don't. I don't.
I didn't see
No.
anything like significant about that. Like
No.
I saw her like they have like napkins and stuff, and I thought she was resting her hand like on her lap while she ate with the other hand. Like, I just didn't see like I don't see how she could be pregnant like that
Nah.
fast. I mean,
I hope not. We
I
don't.
would really
We have too
honestly
many babies on here.
I would really be upset because I feel like shows take too many liberties with pregnancy arcs,
We
and it's
did. We
just
just
so
talked about this. Yeah.
we're it's so overdone. And I feel like a lot of people don't really realize, like, okay, us chicks can't just get pregnant every day of the month. It doesn't work like that. There is like a little short sweet spot window, and if
Yeah.
you're not doing it in that window, chances are you're not going to get pregnant. And I feel like they don't teach that in health ed or whatever
Yeah,
anymore.
men.
They're like, if you have sex, you will get pregnant and die. Like that's how it is.
Let's just say, I hit the sweet spot.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, got them Gatorade in that fridge. All right, so let's go. Let's move on.
And
How
if they
about?
do kill her off, sorry to interrupt you, Dan. I'll
Oh
let you
no,
go
no,
after
go
this.
for it.
If they
Gabby.
do kill her off, like Dan and I suspect they're going to do,
Uh huh.
I don't see them doing it while she's pregnant because there's
Oh
like
yeah,
kind
that'd
of
be
like
so
a thing.
bad.
Yeah, that would be really bad.
I mean, now I'm starting leaning towards maybe she just leaves. Honestly, but we'll see. We got 2 more episodes going. There is a Kaba said there is a Reaper reviews podcast with Juice and the Tig actors. Kim Coates said that he would be glad to have Tig come back for a real arc, but not just a cameo. That yes, I believe the actor who plays Juice has a podcast. It's always in my suggestions where and the actor who plays Tig was on there as well. So yeah, I mean, I think he did say that he didn't want to just be like he wanted maybe a little bit more of a juicier role if he does come back. And this is the right time. For season 4. It would be the right time.
Mm.
Well, I'm excited to see how they wrap up the Civil War, but I would be really excited for the SOA and Mayans War. Let's see. Next season. What's going on, Michael? Welcome in. More creeper. I agree. Exactly, Astro. Good morning, Astro. Let's see. You got any comments you want to put?
Yeah. What's with the Mayans trying to distance itself from the Sutterverse, like killing Montez, Ramos, and saying who's Jax and who cares, kind of like that statement. So, I don't. Well, they are the Sutterverse. They are the characters and clubs that were created under Kurt Sutter for this fictional universe. I know what you mean though. As far as like killing off these old characters. And I'll tell you my own personal opinion. So I viewed the cameos as like when I say the cameos, I mean like shoving Chibs and Montez and Happy in there. I kind of took that as Kurt Sutter not allowing his own writing strengths to create this new club and this new town on its own without shoving something he's already done into it. I saw that as a writing weakness. And I mean, he was the one that pitched this show to FX originally. Okay, he gave them an idea. He's like, hey, look, I've been talking about this show that I wanted to do. I'm finally going to do it. They're like, all right, go fucking make this show. And then he decided when season 1 was coming to an end, he was like, you know what this needs? Happy. You know what this needs? Chibs. And he couldn't write his way without bringing in old characters and old storylines. It was his decision to interlope things about Jax. How many lines did he mention Jax Teller in? We get it. We understand. We watched Sons of Anarchy.
In the comment section was saying like another name drop.
Another name drop. Like, cut it out, dude. We get it. He's dead. Like,
yes.
It was his own writing weakness. And now here's what I think about like Elgin when he's taking over. I loved when Gilly said, who gives a shit or who cares? Because
Yeah.
that's what I needed to feel. Like I'm watching the Mayan story. I'm
Yeah.
not watching the Ghost of Jax Teller. I'm not watching that show.
Exactly. I mean, if you wanted, if the only, it's Mayans MC, and with the Mayans MC, they needed to find their own
Own
identity.
footing, and instead of developing his
Yeah.
characters, do you know what he decided to do? He just decided, and hey, look, I love those guys. I like Chibs, I like Happy, I like those guys, but this isn't their show. Develop the characters that are brand new and we know nothing about, and now
Hmm.
we're finally in season 3 and we're getting development on these guys, and it's because of Elgin.
Now talking, going to my Batman video that I did, it's kind of like saying you got a Batman series, right? That's focused on Batman. It was fantastic. It was amazing. But who's his second in command? It was Nightwing. If you guys are familiar with comics or Batman lore, and if they did a series like on DC about a Nightwing show that was like a sequel to this Batman show they did, I want, if you're gonna do a Nightwing show, just give me like more. I want to know Nightwing. I want to know
Yeah,
more
don't
of this
keep
guy.
talking about Batman.
Batman,
Don't
yeah.
drop Batman, Batman,
It is
Batman,
it
Batman.
is part of him. I get it, and you do need elements of like of that because it's in the same universe. But don't beat me overhead. Don't take away what you could do with one singular character or one singular show.
It
You need
became a
to.
crutch, and I didn't like that it was being used as a crutch to prop up this show. Like, hey, do you remember this TV series that you really liked? Well,
Yeah.
this is a spinoff of that show. No, just tell me this story. Don't keep bringing in all this other stuff.
And this is like this is a different charter. If it was Thomas and Abel spinoff, it would make sense because the legacy
Well,
of
yeah,
Jax is like hugely part of them. Nightwing is the same. It would be the similar like that, but Nightwing's its own thing. Where Jax's kids, it just would make more sense on that spin-off show. So with the Mayans, what I look forward when hearing about this is more of the brutality, more of the culture, more of just what they could do with it. And I think this season they're really finally starting to do that. They're starting to really kind of showcase what these characters can do, who they are, the culture. People
they're
seem
getting into their family dynamic. And here's another thing.
yes.
Okay, so showing the family dynamic in the Sons of Anarchy universe, like with those characters, the family dynamics with the Minds MC members are
Hmm.
very different. Now we got to see what Bishop went through in his marriage,
That was
how
great.
his marriage fell apart.
Hmm.
We're starting to see, okay, now we know that Hank has a mom, like, and he takes care of her.
Hank's a mama's boy.
Yeah, okay, we're starting to see these new elements, and we're starting to see how their family system works
let
and
me t-
what makes them them.
let me tell you guys. You want emotion, you want impact, you want something that's gonna stay with you, just like the SOA series stayed with you. Is you develop the characters that you're writing for. So when they're immediate deaths, or also their maybe uprising, or their success, their failure, it means something.
And it
So
stays with
and
you.
it stays with you.
Why do you think you remember Juice's death? Why do you think you remember how Bobby died? Why do you think
Jax.
you're yeah, all these things stay with you long after the fact.
Give me that for Mayans, and I think they succeeded. So now I'm starting to care about Bishop. I'm starting to, realize there's layers to Taza. I need more from Gilly and Creeper and
Yeah.
Hank, but they're getting there. That's called, that's what happens in TV shows. That's why you're able to do a TV show is maybe better than a movie because you get more development, you get to know the characters more. So season 4, I think they did a great job this season to at least establish and to really get to know these characters more. So in season 4, whatever happens, whatever goes down, we're gonna care because we're starting to care more. We're starting to remember the
Yes.
names of these
Yes.
characters, which is a huge plus. Let's
Yeah.
get to the comments real quick. Luke, what if Jack's kids show up in Mayans? Would they haven't established how long ago? Since no, I don't think so. I think if anything, they'll show up like maybe if they do a First Nine spinoff. and then they get like like the ending of that finale. They lead up to maybe like the kids and stuff. Good morning, Mr. Ray. Uh, let's see. What we got Astro Zombie. I'm fine that they are distancing from SOA and Sutterverse. Exactly. Kaba says at least they didn't mention John Teller. Well, John, like nobody, I think Jax has just really kind of overshadowed John right now in the present. So I mean, because it was so soon of his death and stuff. Mister says, I think Felipe may die. I think so too. I think we talked about
Yeah.
this, Taylor. I
Yeah, I
mean,
think
there's nothing
so.
left, honestly, for his character.
I'm not. I mean, I do love Edward James almost, but I don't. I'm not. I'm watching what they're doing with him right now, and I don't see what they could do with him in season 4
Mm.
that would be extravagant. So I could see a confrontation between him and Galindo,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
hey, whoa, wouldn't that piss off Angel and Easy? If
And
you
then
you want to talk about them fighting Miguel Galindo, that's
and,
a reason right there. You
and
killed Papa.
yeah, I mean, he would kill his own dad, and then he would try to kill his own brothers, right? Or the brothers would be brother. Like it's a mess. It's
It is a
crazy.
whole mess.
It's a
Yeah.
mess. Mister, shout out to Lenny the pimp, the last survivor of the first 9. Let's see. Remember the story when Angel and Easy Dog got run over and Easy didn't cry? That's dark, and could lead into more darker plot lines. That's what I said. I
Yeah.
said that storyline was probably going to lead to Gabby's death.
Yep. I think, okay, so especially with last week's episode with him, he's changing.
Mm-hmm.
He's not being as calculated as, and as thinking things through. And you're seeing the golden boy slowly, the flame of that character arc burn out.
Uh huh.
And we're starting to see the Mayan within him rise up, that warrior. And he is just not using his head, and he's using his anger and his aggression. And we're gonna find out that that's not a good blend between him and Gabby, sorry.
Yeah.
And he's got consequences to face now
Watch out,
because of
Downtown
what
Abbey, Taylor.
don't no, no, thank you.
Oh.
So yeah, so he's changing.
Yeah. I mean, he's the Jean Grey of the Mayans MC. He's that phoenix. He's that bird. Yeah. That relationship was never gonna work because Gabby just they're both
Mhm.
naive. That's what I said. They're both naive.
Green Matrix says, in memory of Opie, yeah, one of the most, I would say, famous on-screen deaths in television,
Mm-hmm.
arguably. And I think a lot of shows after that had to really kind of look at how they killed characters. And now that we're speaking of in memory of, did anyone notice in last week's episode that Hank had a patch on the bottom right that said Michael
Oh,
Ariza?
did not see that.
Yeah. Haha.
There we go. We got a little mention of Riz here and
The
there.
more you know.
The more you know, exactly. Reading Rainbow. I'm sorry, guys.
I miss those days.
I know, right? Oh, I miss chocolate milk.
You can still get chocolate milk, bro.
Not for free anymore. And I get the. I'm sorry, guys, but I actually went almond chocolate milk. It's delicious. It tastes like Yahoo chocolate milk. I love it. I've been doing a lot of snack reviews, so I might actually do a review on that to let you guys know why it's so good. Randy, what's going on, Randy? Randy's awesome. Love Randy. Good morning, Randy. Yes, I know you're excited. You got that popcorn ready. Remember, save me some of that popcorn. Yeah, look at that. All the RIP OPs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Welcome, guys. I mean, thank you guys for supporting. I mean, hey, we got another season, guys. So we got more. Taylor, we got more podcasts. We got some
Yeah.
more. Yeah, we got some more
So
streaming.
this year gonna be quiet after the finale because especially if you're just coming in within the last few minutes, they're not expecting to air season 4 until September 2022. So
Yes.
we're not going to get another season this fall. So they're not starting production this summer as they normally would have without COVID. So you're going to have to wait another year, just like last year, another long wait until season 4 drops, but that gives them plenty of time to work out schedule, safe filming practices,
Yeah.
etc. Really get those scripts in order and tell the story that's going to be hopefully a banger.
Yes, and guys, when news drops, I'll try to get it out there to let you guys know, the big news on production stuff. I'm not like this amazing person Taylor, where I'm gonna drop it, quickly and stuff. I just, life, right, Taylor? Life gets in the way, and
Sure.
you
We'll
know,
we'll we'll pop in.
yeah.
We'll talk about maybe some a filming stream here and there. We'll talk about how the production's going.
Well,
We'll just do little pop-ins and check-ins and do predictions maybe
oh
or
yeah, and then of course
things like that.
you could find us on doing some streams on some films, some movies that
Sure.
we still got going on this year. I mean, it's a huge year for films, TV, and stuff. So, of course, we're still super excited for Mayans, and then we were talking, we might get a nice little cast going about SOA. I think
Yep.
crack some beers, and I want you guys to join us on some SOA talk.
Yeah, we'll
I
just
think
talk SOA all in one stream.
yes, at the end of Mayan season, the season finale, we will get an SOA stream going for you guys. I'm very excited to talk SOA because just because we do say like it, we're talking Mayans and we give our straight out honest thoughts on we need to stop kind of like we need to start just focusing on just the club Mayans. Don't Doesn't mean that we don't love Sons of Anarchy, because we do love some Sons of Anarchy. I love my boy Chibs. That's my boy right there. And Jax,
Yep.
RP and OP. So yeah, let's get a couple more comments and then we're gonna end the stream. We want to thank everybody that's been here. We want to say good morning. So if you guys have any comments you want to put down, so you want us to read, maybe even a question. I know a couple of you guys have questions with the season, so we'll answer some of these questions. Just to let you guys know, on the top of the comment section, there is a link. I did a Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy tribute video. I would really appreciate if you guys go support that video. I worked very hard on it. It's probably one of my favorite videos I've ever done. I'm a big Batman fan. So if you guys can go over there, leave a like, comment on the video if you enjoyed it or not, and share it with family and friends. And then also on the channel, of course, I have a lot of other videos. May the 4th be with you. It's Star Wars Day as well. So
Tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. So, that's the cause of celebration for, you know what, Taylor? That's probably why they said like it's confirmed season 4, because they're like, let's do it before Cinco de Mayo so everybody can get
Yeah.
drunk and celebrate.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to read a couple comments, Taylor, and we can and we'll get going here.
Jermaine says, hoping to see Sandra to live stream with you both on season 4.
So let's make that announcement right now. So we got this episode, but the season finale, my special guest will be Sandra. Sandra is coming on with me and Taylor, and then after that we have another announcement, but I'll leave that until the finale. But yes, Sandra will be with us for the season finale, and we are going to be talking. That's probably going to be a longer one.
Oh yeah, so you guys better buckle up.
Yeah, that might be a 2-hour one. We'll see. So you guys better get your popcorn. I mean, it's gonna be the morning for me. So you know what? I'm gonna have a beer for the season finale cast. I'm gonna crack open a beer and we're gonna dive into that season finale with Sandra and Taylor will be joining me. So yeah, let's do it. So what else? Yeah, well, they're flooding in. Get your comments in. We're gonna be leaving pretty soon. So thanks all. I will be ready for tonight. Yes, Randy. Sandra is a good friend of ours and a good friend of Taylor, because Paul says Sandra. Who's Sandra?
Mm-hmm.
It's not my girlfriend, Sandra.
I did a lot of streams with Sandra for season 2 of Mayans. She was my wing gal for a lot of my live streams, and she, we have a lot of great conversations, just like Dan and I have. There's some things we agree on and some things we disagree on, but nevertheless, we have a fun breakdown, and we just talk as fans. And that's the great thing about the fandom is, I think a lot of our opinions between the three of us represent almost the whole fandom as far as how we perceive things and break things down. Hopefully, you guys will, if you haven't seen Sandra, you'll really like her.
Yeah, and then our love for Alvarez knows no bounds. Mr. DJ Fly High. Could you see Emily go to Easy after what's happening to Miguel and Gabby leaves Easy? I hope to God not. I hope not. I do not want to see Emily and Easy. I think it's done. I just don't want to see it.
I can't see that tug of war happening for 4 seasons because it is like shit or get off the pot, guys.
Yeah, Running Bear, Budweiser. I ain't drinking Budweiser. That's high school. That was like beer pong days. I'm not drinking Budweiser anymore. I'm drinking. You know what I'm gonna have? I think I'm gonna have either an 805, Firestone 805, or a Stella. I'll go classy Stella. Maybe a little bit of
Yeah, I'd
Stella.
probably do something light if it was in the
Something
morning.
like, yeah. I might even go a Blue Moon. We'll see.
Oh, hey, yeah, thanks for that idea.
Yeah, Blue Moon
I
might.
gotta pick up some fresh oranges so I can garnish.
There you go. There you go. Hell, or maybe I'll just go tequila. Who knows? Learn how to work Spotify. We want you guys to create a podcast. Well, if this channel gets big enough, I will make the effort of doing it. But if it's, but that's only if it gets like pretty big, and then I'll be like, okay, confident that all right, we'll put all our
Yeah,
dedication on
we're
podcasting.
we're operating with very little overhead right now. So
Yeah, you go over to Mr. Sunday Movies channel, or you can go over to Weekly Planet and send them a bunch of messages saying put on Dan Demand on there, and then that's how that will help me grow that podcast right there. I would love to like talk with those guys. Let's drink Patron tequila. Whew. Tequila makes you wild though, I don't
but
want to go.
Patron is like, I mean, I like it if I'm going to drink tequila, especially if I'm
Yeah,
going to do shots, because Patron is a little bit, it's better. I mean, you do that. I can't do shelf tequila if I'm doing shots because it's bleh.
I do casadores. Casadores with a little bit of squirt. That's how I roll with the tequila. Shout out to Ibarra's mighty mustache. Yeah, it's
That
pretty
thing is
good.
glorious. I
It is
mean,
very
when
glorious.
in real life, when what is it? His name is Mike Beltran. When he's done that whole beard mustache thing needs to go in the Smithsonian.
Mate, you can't
Just
go
hang
wrong
it.
with Bud. Bud, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Um, let's see. I'm going to have myself a Corona. Yeah, you can't go wrong with. You can have any beer in the house as long as it's
Whatever
a
you want.
Corona. Going Vin Diesel on that one. Paul, sub count at 1K or no? The sub count right now is reaching 6K. So if we want to bring that up, my goal is to at least hit 10K by the end of the year. So I left the channel for 3 years. I was working my ass off, and so I left the channel for 3 years. And the whole YouTube game kind of changed a little bit, but I'm back. You're gonna get videos from me pretty much unless I want to take like another little vacay, but it ain't gonna be no 3 year vacay. It'll be like just maybe a month or something. But so I'm in it. The passion's there, so I'm doing it. Drink some Soul. I haven't had that for a long time. SOL. That have you ever had that, Taylor?
No,
Yeah, it's. I think it's a Mexican kind of lager kind of type deal.
I'm not familiar.
Astro, will Easy, Angel, and Miguel ever just be brothers and unite despite all the rivalry?
Hell no. Oh my
No, you don't think
gosh.
so? Oh well, no,
No.
no, no, no.
They're
Yeah,
not
you're
going to
right.
be
You're right.
having family
No,
barbecues and getting the
yeah,
kids together. Like, come on. Ugh.
yeah. So I mean, Easy literally strangled the shit out of his mother.
I
Yeah.
know. I gotta tell you, man. Emily better watch her back because we saw a little bit of Miguel that was like violent.
Oh, I know. I know. That was a hate. That was a hate in his eyes that night. So a couple people are drinking. Angie's drinking Smirnoff Ice.
There you go.
Whoa, Kaba said Hungarian Palinka. Never had it before. So Grim, the king. What's up, Grim? You just join us? What's going on?
For Loco. Oh man.
Yeah, he said. What's the
Wow.
Four Loco? Grim, dude, Four Loco. I used to have back in my college day. I had two of those
That's a
bad boys.
college drink, isn't it?
Yeah, two of those bad boys, and I regretted it the next day because the
Slipping.
sugar and the
Yeah.
headaches that you would get on that
Yeah.
made you want your head wanted to
Pounding.
explode. It would
Damn.
get you messed up though. I'll agree.
Yeah.
It would
Oh
get you
yeah,
messed
I
up.
would.
I think they changed the ingredients because it was so bad. I think it was illegal for a minute, and then they like changed the
Illegal?
ingredients. I don't know. It was like
I
it
think you're
was.
making stuff up now.
Nah, I'm telling you, they changed the ingredients. They changed it. It's kind of like if you ever had Scotland, or is it Scotland? I believe it's Scotland. They have this drink called Iron Brew, and Iron Brew is like an orange bubblegum flavor kind of drink, and the sugar contents and the contents in that drink were ridiculous. It was kind of like a Four Loco, but it's kind of
Mm,
funny because it's not an alcoholic beverage. It's actually just kind of like I would call it an energy drink, and they changed the whole they cut the sugar, all that stuff recently, like 2 years ago. But if you had the original one and you had all that content, it would actually help with your hangovers.
interesting.
So yeah, I bought a lot of it for a bachelor party, and it helped. It doesn't cure, it just helps. It's kind of like Pedialyte.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
I think we're getting to the end of the stream.
Yeah, let's get a couple more. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Let's see. Cabo Wabo is the tequila. That's Alex G just said Cabo Wabo. Oh yeah, I'm a Jaeger guy. I love Jaeger. I'll do Jaeger. I'll do Jaeger bombs. Taylor, you want to do some Jaeger bombs?
No, that's not my style.
I know it tastes like black licorice. I don't like black licorice, but I don't know. When you mix it with that Red Bull, it's pretty good. Could you see Easy kill Happy now that Suns and Mayans are on the verge of war? Well, Happy is in. He took over Packers charter, so it's interesting with Happy. It's interesting that Happy because he's not with the guys. He's doing his own little thing, but he did have Montez with him, so I think somebody's got to be asking. No, everybody's wanting
I'm
to know.
expecting the finale should. I mean, I would expect them to bring that back into the finale so that they can bridge it into season 4 material or territory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the question was like, "Where's Coco?" Like, it should be asking, "Where's Montez and his cousin?" Grim said that he's in college currently, so that makes sense.
Good.
Okay, that's good. All right, guys. Well, I think we didn't want to go too long, even though we did hit that hour.
We
Uh,
did.
we
Regardless, that's
still
what
hit
happens when we
that.
get to the
We, s-
chat and we get talking with you guys. It just happens.
yeah,
So,
I mean, there's gonna be more. We still have our breakdown slash prediction on Thursday,
yep.
9 a.m. Pacific time, my time. What time on your time, Taylor?
11 Central. That's
Okay.
12 noon Eastern.
I mean, I want to once again thank you guys for joining us. I'm gonna plug it one more time. Go to that link on the Batman tribute video. Go support that video. Worked really hard on it. But we have the season finale just right around the corner. That's gonna be exciting. I can't wait to see where the storylines head on that one. And I think a lot of them are gonna wrap really nicely on that one as well. You can go to the channel too. There's not only just Mayans talk. There's also a lot of other shows, movie reviews that I have on the channel. I've just recently, if you like soda, I just did a Pepsi Mango review recently. So if you guys want to see how that tasted and what I rate on that soda, go check out that video. And then also like this video. It really helps out the channel, lets it grow. Let's spread the word. But yeah, guys, celebrate. Be safe. Celebrate safe on Cinco de Mayo. Celebrate the renewal. Celebrate more Mayans. And you know what? This if Mayans starts tracking and gets more popular, that means guess what? We might get more SOA content too. So
Yes.
so
So
just
just keep that in mind.
yeah.
If Mayans is able to recover a little bit with the ratings and get more people on board, then the network could, who knows, maybe relationships, maybe contracts can be renewed, and maybe Sutter will come back. We don't know. I don't know what the landscape of that situation looks like. So but if this show is healthy, especially towards the end of its run, then
Mhm.
more spinoffs in the future is a good thing for us.
Yes. So continue to support. I mean, it's going on the right. I think it's going on the right route, guys. I think they're really doing a good job this season. Yes, we've have there's a lot of issues there, but I think compared to previous seasons, they're doing good. They're doing good work over there, and I can't wait for season 4. So thank you guys. We will see you on Thursday. So yeah, just have a safe Cinco de Mayo. You know,
Mayo.
so just I'm sorry, Mayo, Cinco de Mayo, exactly. But drink your mayonnaise shots that day.
Oh,
If you ever seen that G4 episode, it's crazy. So I'm Danny Man, aka Daniel's son. I'll see you later.